Hello, my name is Pam. Welcome back to my channel. If you'd like to see how we got to this eye look today, stick around, I'll show you. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about, I don't know if you got Ipsy's, what do they call it? Not glam bag, what do they call it now? Original, Ipsy Original. This was one of the items in it. I believe everybody got this, or it might have, I don't think I chose this. No, I chose an Elemis face scrub. Everybody got this thing? Straight to the trash. I'm not even going to bother offering if anybody wants it. It burns. It feels horrible, and it's ridiculously difficult to get it out of the dispenser. First of all, you know, as you get older, no matter what you do, your eyesight, as far as reading, starts to go over the age of 40. So I know it's an old person problem, but I can't read this crap on here, even with my glasses. It was difficult. That bothers me. I think we need to make makeup packaging a little bit more inclusive, which includes people with naturally aging eyes, because it's not a disability, it's natural aging. So here, I don't know if you can see it. It says one way to open it and the other way to close it. It is all the way open. Oh, see, it's going to make me a liar. Now the plunger's actually working. The plunger's persnickety, to say the least. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And I saw other people with comments on Ipsy that the plunger didn't work. Regardless, even with the plunger now working, I'm throwing it out because it's horrendous. It's by Beauty Creations. I like a lot of products by Beauty Creations, but not this. Currently what I have on my lips is just this lip gel. It's a generic lip gel. I don't even remember where I got it now. I think it was in a Ipsy Original bag, but I'm not certain. But this is just plain lip gel. Feels nice. I already have moisturizer on my face. I'm going to use this Ace Beaute Radiance Locking Primer. This is an expensive product. I typically, well, one, I don't like to buy anything at full price. I mean, nothing. Like groceries, you kind of have to. But anything I buy, I prefer to let it go on sale if I'm going to buy it. And super expensive primers and tools and things like that, I don't usually go for. So I normally wouldn't pick this up. However, I do like Ace Beaute, and I believe I got this out of a FabFitFun box, but I learned something about this product last night, and I'm trying to figure it out so I can show you. Apparently it's refillable. Hey, I figured it out. Oh, no, I didn't. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Maybe I did. No, I didn't. I thought I did. Big dreams. Okay, figured out how to do it. So, yeah, it is refillable. Turn it like this, and then just lift up. And I still have plenty of primer, but when I run out, I can buy a refill. So if you happen to get one of these at some point, I do believe it came from New Beauty. It is a New Beauty award winner, and I did have a couple New Beauty boxes. The surprise I wanted to show you is I bought this. I bought this off of Ipsy Drop Shop at the beginning of the month when it was $9. I do believe they sold out, but this is Paletopoly. It's by Ace Beaute. It is Black History Month. Ace Beaute is a Black-owned brand, which I think that's awesome. Okay, so in the Paletopoly, what you get is the directions, of course. Where are they? Here's the directions. All right, and then you get this thing that tells you where the places are on your eye, because it's going to tell you what color to put where as you play the game. And then this is the form that tells you like what you're going to put in the crease, outer corner, blah, blah, blah. And you can either play this game by yourself or you can play it with friends. In the box also comes the cards. Oops. Whee! Man overboard. And then little pencils so you can write down your answers. Little pink golf pencils. They're so cute. Okay, so these are the cards. I'm going to mix them up and lay them out. And basically, you play like a memory match game. Okay, so it's like match. So you pick 2 cards, flip them over, and if they don't match, you start over again. So I already matched these 2 cards. When you match if you match 2 cards, the way it works is you look at the card value. So this card value is 1. This card value is 2. That means this card value wins, and the very first card that you pick out, that's going to be your crease shade. So my crease shade is going to be the color Purple Rain. You can see I wrote down here, the crease shade is Purple Rain, card value is 2. Basically, you can add it up, and at the end, you can do a challenge where if your score is a certain amount, you pick certain lashes, and if your score is a certain amount, you pick certain lips. There are lashes and lippies that go along with this as a like a supplemental type thing. I'm just going to do my own lashes and lips. Sorry guys, I know I'm kind of jumping all around. Here's the actual palette, and it's supposed to be like based on like 80, it says 90s, it's really 80s and 90s. Purple Rain came out in 1984, so that is definitely not a 90s thing, but some of the shade names are more 90s, like Vogue. I mean, Vogue, if you're talking Vogue as in the Madonna song, that's definitely 90s. Walkman could be 80s or 90s. Neon was popular in the 80s. Fashion, that's anytime. As if was a very 90s phrase. Slime, that was a 90s thing. Scrunchies, that was 80s and 90s. Ninja Turtle, 80s and 90s. I know, guys, I was there for these things. Mullet, 80s. Macarena, that was 90s. Big hair, that was more 80s, starting to die off into the 90s. Grungy, definitely 90s. Digital Pet, I believe that was 90s. Friends, that was 90s. Shoulder pads, that was more of an 80s phenom. A little bit in the early 90s, but mostly 80s. Purple Rain, like I said, that came out in 1984. Material Girl, I don't remember what year that came out, but that might be early 90s. Fanny Pack, those were popular in the 80s. If you live in the UK, you probably laugh when I said that. Queen, now if we're talking Queen as in Slay Queen, that could be now. If you talk Queen as in the band, they started playing in the 70s. So they were very popular in the 80s and the 90s. Mixtape, those here, that was popular in the 80s and the 90s. What's that? VHS, that's 70s, 80s, 90s. Acid wash jeans, popular in the 80s and the 90s. I can't remember if they were more 80s or more 90s. I'm thinking more 90s, but I'm not certain. Boy bands have always been around. They were popular, more so in the 90s, though, I do believe, unless you're talking like Menudo or something. And leg warmers, that is a definite 80s vibe, is leg warmers. So my crease shade is going to be Purple Rain. It's going to be that shimmer. Not a big fan of shimmer for the crease, but, you know, I need to get out of my comfort zone. Just for time's sake of the video, I'm not going through and showing you all the pics. But the next one is going to be Digital Pet. It's going to be the color, and that will be, what's that? Outer corner? Outer corner, Digital Pet. Let's see. Outer corner, Digital Pet. Oh, well, at least it matches. It's a dark purple. So that's the outer corner. The next color is going to be Walkman, and that is going to be for the lid. And Walkman is this pinky purple color. Okay, the next color I got, it's going to be Slime because the card value is 4. And that is on the inner corner. And I am not happy about that. It's that metallic green here. I definitely would never pick purples and greens in that capacity to go together. But here we go. All right, next card match is for the lower lash line. Okay, and lower lash line gets the color Vogue because it has card value 3. So you'll pick the one with the highest card value. So Vogue is the lower lash line, and Vogue is a light pink color. So this look is going to be interesting, guys. Let's get to it. Okay, let's just take a minute to appreciate exactly how beautiful this palette is. It really is very, very pretty. As you can see, I've already played with it a couple times. The shimmers are gorgeous. The mattes are creamy. I really enjoy this palette. It is by Ace Beaute. I do find that their eyeshadows are lovely, and it does come with a great big mirror. So if you do have a chance to pick this up, even if you don't get it with the cards for the game portion, I think it's still a beautiful palette and definitely worth $9. I think originally it was only about 40. Ace Beaute is not a high priced expensive brand. It's very affordable, and I really like them. So I'm going to start with the outer corner, even though they have us looking at the crease first. I'm going to do the outer corners first because that's what's happening, guys. So I'm going to use my little itty bitty Sigma brush because your girl's eyes are hooded. You see this? See this crap? Now I do have some double eyelid tape, and I do plan on trying it out on here and sharing it. I've tried it a couple times. I cannot get it to work right, so it might be another big fail, but why not? So we're going to go ahead and go for the outer corner with the color Digital Pet, which is this deep dark purple. Here it is on the brush. There it is on the hand. And I will be right back. Always, if you have problems, making your eyes look even, do your non-dominant eye first. So I'm right-handed. I'm going to do my left eye first. Okay, doesn't look great, but there's my outer corner. I'll fix it as I go. So there's outer corner, and then next I'm going to do the lid, and that is in the color Walkman, which is this pink shimmer. So that's next, all over the lid. Okay, tried it with a brush. With a brush it works. With a finger it works better. I wonder if a silicone applicator would work better than a brush. But definitely finger over a brush for these shimmers. They're very, very soft. This is a really nice eyeshadow, guys. Like, there's no fallout. It's really nice. I highly recommend the Ace Beaute palettes. Okay, I'm going to do Crease next. Crease is the color Purple Rain. Purple Rain's one of my favorite albums. I haven't listened to it in a minute. I have to admit that. But, man, in high school, Purple Rain and Thriller and all that, and all the Madonna albums, they were just huge. And I loved all those in the 80s. It was about my middle school time. So here's Purple Rain, and they want me to put that in my crease. So here we go. Okay, so this is Purple Rain here, and Digital Pet, and Walkman. So we have 3 of the 5 colors on. Doesn't look too bad so far. Again, bit out of my wheelhouse, but pretty. And again, I do think that this eyeshadow is nice. It has a decent amount of pigment and it's not falling out. Boy, inner corner. Inner corner is slime. And it's that shiny green. Yes, they wanted me to be very sparkly today. So here we go. I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to do just what it says, even though it is not what I would pick. Okay. So that's what she's looking like so far. Honestly, not bad. I'm going to go back in and touch up some of these colors and blend them and stuff so they look a little bit better. All right. That's what we have so far. Honestly, it looks better than I thought. Now, for the lower lash line, they went Vogue, which is a pale pink. I think it's going to make me look like I'm got the flu or something, like I'm sick. You know, you get red rings under your eyes when you get sick. So there's the lower lash line with the color Vogue. Not a big fan of that. I'm going to go ahead and put on my mascara. Okay, this is the finished look. I think it's fun. Let me know what you think. Do you like the idea of makeup game? Do you think it's a good way to try different makeup looks that you might not normally do? I do. I don't think that I quite got my eyes symmetrical on both sides. Like I said, this is not typically a look I go for. I tend to go for easier looks because I am not that freaking skilled. Here on my cheeks, I did use this. It's from Mansai 7. It's expensive. It came in my Beautylish box. And I'm just trying to use makeup that I have and not just let it sit in the drawer, you know. So do you see that teeniest amount that I used? Look how much color it puts out. You can use it on your lips too. It is a product from Sweden, I think. Very pricey. Again, not something that I would normally buy, but it came in my Beautylish Lucky Bag, so I want to use it. And like I said, that Sigma blush wasn't quite giving me enough color, I don't think, especially with this bold eye. So I wanted to give it a little extra. So that's it. That's how I look today. Good thing I don't have to go anywhere or do anything. Let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you think the game's fun? Would you try it? Do you have this game? If you do have this game, you want to play it with me? Because we can do that. You know, we can do a Zoom call and do the game together, do our makeup together, and then post it if you want to. So let me know if you're interested in something like that. Okay, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you spending your time with me. I know there's a lot of places to go to get beauty content, and this is just kind of a silly one, something for fun. Thanks. I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.